Hello everyone. So I am going to be reading the next chapter in I Am Number 4 by Pittacus Lore. That is going to be, we'll be reading chapter 14 today in this video. I did want to make a quick shout out to all my fans, all my subscribers, and I want to say thank you so much for all your comments. I am so excited. I look forward to reading them each and every day and commenting back. So thank you so much for letting me know that you're still out there and enjoying this book. And when we get a little closer to the end, I'll have a question for how you'd like me to continue the series, because this is a series and there's a couple more books in it, and there's a couple of novellas, so I'll want to know if you want me to read those when they came out, or if you just want me to read the main story and then the novellas, or, but we'll get to that when we get there. Also, I had a YouTuber reach out to me. He has written a book and he would like me to do a book review on it, so that's really exciting. So I don't know if he would want me to say his name on here, but shout out to you. Thanks, no problem. I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just waiting for his book to get here, then I'll read it and do a review on it. I'm not exactly sure what reviews are, what they entail, but I'll look that up and find out and then do one. So excited. Okay, without further ado, reading by Ree, here we go. Chapter 14. Kevin steps from the trees, dressed as a mummy. He's the one who tackled me. The lights stun him and he seems dumbfounded, trying to figure out where they're coming from. He's wearing night vision goggles, so that's how they're able to see us, I think. Where did they get them? He charges me, and at the last second I step out of the way and trip him. "Let me go!" I hear from down the trail. I look up and sweep my lights across the trees, but nothing moves. I can't tell if the voice is Emily's or Sarah's. A guy's laughter follows. Kevin tries to stand, but I kick him in the side before he gets to his feet. He falls back to the ground with an oomph. I rip the goggles from his face and throw them as far as I can, and know they will land at least a mile away, maybe 2 or 3, because I'm so angry that my strength is out of control. Then I race off through the woods before Kevin can even sit up. The trail winds left, then right. My hands glow only when I need to see. I sense that I'm close. Then I see Sam up ahead, standing with a zombie's arms around him. 3 others are close by. The zombie lets go of him. "Chill out. We're just kidding, okay? If you don't resist, you won't get hurt," he says to Sam. "Sit down or something." I snap my hands on and flash the lights in their eyes to blind them. The closest person steps towards me and I swing and hit him in the side of the face, and he falls motionless to the ground. His goggles sail into the overgrown brambles and disappear. The second person tries to bear hug me, but I break his grip and lift him off the ground. "What the hell?" he says, confused. I throw him and he hits the side of a tree 20 feet away. The third guy sees this and runs away. That just leaves the fourth, the one who was holding Sam. He lifts his hands in front of him as though I'm aiming a gun at his chest. "It wasn't my idea," he says. What does he have planned? "Nothing, man. We just wanted to play a joke on you guys, scare you a little." "Where are they?" "They let Emily go. Sarah's up ahead." "Give me your goggles," I say. "No way, man. We're borrowing them from the police. I'll get in trouble." I step towards them. "Fine," he says. He takes them off and hands them to me. I throw them even harder than I did the previous pair. I hope they land in the next town. Let them explain that one to the police. I grab Sam's shirt with my right hand. I can't see a thing without turning on my light. Only then do I realize I should have kept the 2 pairs of goggles for us to wear. But I didn't, so I take a deep breath and let my left hand glow and begin guiding us up the path. If Sam finds it suspicious, he doesn't let on. I stop to listen. Nothing. We continue on, weaving through the trees. I turn the light off. "Sarah!" I yell. I stop to listen and hear nothing but the wind blowing through the branches and Sam's heavy breathing. "How many people are with Mark?" I ask. 5 or so. "Do you know which way they went?" "I didn't see." We push on, and I have no idea in which direction we are headed. Far off, I hear the groan of a tractor motor. The 4th ride is starting. I feel frantic inside and want to sprint, but I know that Sam can't keep up. He's breathing heavily already, and even I'm sweating despite the temperature being only 45 degrees. Or maybe I'm mistaking blood for sweat. I can't tell. As we pass a thick tree with a knotted trunk, I get tackled from behind. Sam yells as a fist hits me in the back of the head, and I'm momentarily stunned. But then I pivot and grab the guy by the throat and shine the light in his face. He tries to peel my fingers away, but it's useless. What is Mark planning? Nothing, he says. Wrong answer. I thrust him to the nearest tree 5 feet away, then I pick him up and lift him a foot off the ground with my hand again around his throat. His legs kick wildly, hitting me, but I tighten my muscles so that the kicks do no damage. What is he planning to do? I lower him until his feet touch solid ground, loosening my grip to allow him to speak. I sense Sam watching, drinking all of this in, but there's nothing I can do about it. We just wanted to scare you guys, he gasps. I swear, I will break you in half if you don't tell me the truth. He thinks that the others are dragging you to the Shepherd Falls. That's where he took Sarah. He wanted her to see him beat the crap out of you, and then he was going to let you go. Lead me, I say. He shuffles forward and I turn my light off. Sam takes hold of my shirt and follows behind us. When we walk through a small clearing lit by the moonlight overhead, I can see that he's looking at my hands. They're gloves, I say. Kevin Miller was wearing them, some sort of Halloween prop. He nods, but I can tell that he's freaked out. We walk for nearly a minute until we hear the sound of running water just ahead of us. Give me your goggles, I say to the guy leading us. He hesitates, and I twist his arm. He writhes in pain and quickly rips them from his face. Take them! Take them! He yells. When I put them on, the world turns to a shade of green. I push him hard and he falls to the ground. Come on, I say to Sam, and we walk ahead, leaving the guy behind. Up ahead, I see the group. I count 8 guys plus Sarah. I can see them now. Do you want to wait here or come with me? It might get ugly. I want to come, Sam says. I can tell he's scared, though I'm not sure if it's because of what he's seen me do or the football players ahead of us. I walk the rest of the way as silently as I can, Sam tiptoeing behind me. When we are just a few feet away, a twig snaps beneath Sam's foot. John? Sarah asks. She's sitting on a large rock with her knees to her chest and her arms wrapped around them. She isn't wearing goggles and squints in our direction. Yes, I say, and Sam. She smiles. Told you, she says, and I assume she's talking to Mark. The water I heard is nothing more than a small babbling brook. Mark steps forward. Well, 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 he says. Shut up, Mark, I say. Manure in my locker was one thing, but you've gone way too far with this one. You think? It's 8 on 2. Sam has nothing to do with this. You scared to face me alone? I ask. What are you expecting to happen? You tried kidnapping 2 people. Do you really think they'll keep silent? Yeah, I do. When they see me whip your ass. You're delusional, I say, then turn to the others. For those of you who don't want to go into the water, I suggest you leave now. Mark is going in no matter what. He's lost his chance to barter. All of them snicker. One of them asks what barter means. Now's your last chance, I say. Every one of them stands firm. So be it, I say. A nervous excitement plants itself in the center of my chest. As I take one step forward, Mark steps back and trips over his own feet, falling to the ground. 2 of the guys come at me, both bigger than me. One swings, but I duck his punch and send one of my own into his gut. He doubles over with his hands holding his stomach. I shove the second guy, and his feet leave the ground. He lands with a thud 5 feet away, and the momentum pushes him into the water. He comes up splashing. The others stand rooted, shocked. I sense Sam moving over toward Sarah. I grab hold of the first guy and drag him across the ground. His errant kicks slice through the air, but hit nothing. When we are at the bank of the brook, I lift him by the waistband of his jeans and throw him into the water. Another guy lunges at me. I merely sidestep him, and he lands face first in the brook. 3 down, 4 to go. I wonder how much of this Sarah and Sam can see without goggles on. You guys are making it too easy for me, I say. Who's next? The biggest of the group throws a punch that comes nowhere near hitting me. Then I counter so swiftly that his elbow catches me in the face and the goggle strap snaps. The goggles fall to the ground. I can only see slight shadows now. I throw a punch and hit the guy in the jaw, and he falls to the ground like a sack of potatoes. He looks lifeless. I fear that I've hit him too hard. I rip his goggles from his face and put them on. Any volunteers? 2 of them hold their hands up in front of them and surrender. The third stands with his mouth gaping open like an idiot. That leaves you, Mark. Mark turns as though he intends to run, but I lunge forward and grab him before he can, pulling his arms up into a full Nelson. He writhes in pain. This ends right now. Do you understand me? I squeeze tighter and he grunts in pain. Whatever you have against me, you drop it now. That includes Sam and Sarah. You understand? My grip tightens. I fear that if I squeeze any tighter, his shoulder will pop from its socket. I said, do you understand me? Yes! I drag him over to Sarah. Sam is sitting on the rock beside her. Apologize. Come on, man. You've proven your point. I squeeze. I'm sorry, he yells. Say it like you mean it. He takes a deep breath. I'm sorry, he says. You're an asshole, Mark, Sarah says and slaps him hard across the face. He tenses, but I'm holding him firmly, and there isn't a thing he can do about it. I drag him to the water. The rest of the guys stand, watching in shock. The guy I had knocked out is sitting up, scratching his head as though trying to figure out what has happened. I breathe a sigh of relief that he isn't badly hurt. You're not going to say a word to anybody about this. You understand me? I say, my voice so low that only Mark can hear. Everything that has happened tonight, it dies here. I swear. If I hear one word about it in school next week, this is nothing compared to what will happen to you. Do you understand me? Not a single word. Do you really think I would say anything? He asks. You make sure you tell your friends the same. If they tell a single soul, it will be you that I come for. We won't say anything, he says. I let go, put my foot on his butt, and push him face first into the water. Sarah's standing at the rock with Sam behind her. She hugs me tightly when I get to her. Do you know Kung Fu or something? She asks. I laugh nervously. Could you see much? Not a lot, but I could tell what was happening. I mean, have you been training in the mountains your whole life or what? I don't understand how you did that. I was just scared something would happen to you, I guess. And yeah, there was the past 12 years of martial arts training high in the Himalayas. You're amazing, Sarah laughs. Let's get out of here. None of the guys say a word to us. After 10 feet, I realize I have no idea where I'm going, so I give the goggles to Sarah to lead the way. I can't friggin' believe that, Sarah says. I mean, what an asshole. Wait till they try to explain it to the police. I'm not letting him get away with it. Are you really going to the police? Mark's dad is the sheriff after all, I say. Why wouldn't I after that? It was bullshit. Mark's dad's job is to enforce law even when his son breaks it. I shrug in the darkness. I think they received their punishment. I bite my lip, terrified of the police getting involved. If they do, I'll have to leave. No way around it. We'll be packing up and headed out of town within the hour of Henry knowing. I sigh. Don't you think? I ask. I mean, they've already lost several of the night vision goggles. They'll have to explain that. And that's not to mention the icy cold water. Sarah doesn't say anything. We walk in silence, and I pray that she's debating the merits of letting it go. Eventually, the end of the woods comes into view. Light reaches in from the park. When I stop, Sarah and Sam both look at me. Sam's been silent the entire time, and I'm hoping that it's because he couldn't really see what was happening. The dark, for once, serving as an unexpected ally, and that maybe he's a little shaken up by everything. It's up to you guys, I say, but I'm all for just letting the matter die. I really don't want to have to talk to police about what happened. The light falls on Sarah's skeptical face. She shakes her head. I think he's right, Sam says. I don't want to have to sit and write a stupid statement for the next half hour. I'll be in deep crap. My mom thinks I went to bed an hour ago. You live nearby? I ask. He nods. Yeah, I gotta go before she checks my room. I'll see you guys around. Without another word, Sam hurries away. He's clearly rattled. He's probably never been in a fight, and certainly never one where he was kidnapped and attacked in the woods. I'll try talking to him tomorrow. If he did see something he shouldn't have, I'll convince him his eyes were playing tricks on him. Sarah turns my face to hers and traces the line of my cut with her thumb, moving it very gently across my forehead. Then she traces both my brows, staring into my eyes. Thank you for tonight. I knew you were going to come. I shrug. I wasn't going to let them scare you. She smiles, and I can see her eyes glistening in the moonlight. She moves towards me, and as I realize what's about to happen, my breath catches in my throat. She presses her lips to mine, and everything inside of me turns to rubber. It's a soft kiss, lingering. My first. Then she pulls away, and her eyes take me in. I don't know what to say. A million different thoughts run through my head. My legs feel wobbly, and I'm barely able to stay upright. I knew you were special the first time I saw you, she says. I felt the same with you. She reaches up and kisses me again, her hand lightly pressed to my cheek. For the first few seconds, I'm lost in the feel of her lips on mine and in the idea that I'm with this beautiful girl. She pulls away and both of us smile at each other, saying nothing, staring into each other's eyes. Well, I think we better go see if Emily is still here, Sarah says after about 10 seconds, or else I'll be stranded. I'm sure she is, I say. We hold hands on the walk to the pavilion. I can't stop thinking about our kisses. The fifth tractor chugs along the trail. The trailer is full, and there's still a line, 10 or so people long, waiting their turn. And after everything that happened in the woods, with Sarah's warm hand in mine, the smile doesn't leave my face. Okay, so that was the end of chapter 14. We're at 15 minutes and 20 seconds. Let me see. I think the next chapter might be too long. Yeah, definitely too long to fit into the last 4.5 minutes remaining. So we're gonna call it quits for there, and I look forward to reading with you guys in the next video. Thank you so much, and look forward to my book review of the book that I will find out if it's okay if I could actually say the title and give a shout out to the actual person before I do it. So, okay, thank you. Reading by Ree. Till next time. Bye.